When you start to learn photography, as opposed to taking a few snapshots, your photographic style will start to emerge. That is a natural part of photography. Just like you can tell who an artist is by listening to their music, the same thing can happen in photography. You can get a pretty good idea who took the photo because of the subject and the feel of the photo. They call that your photographic style. In the world of photography, there are many styles of shooting. The two styles I want to talk about in this video are 2D and 3D photos. What I call 2D pictures is easily explained by showing you pictures of the style. These pictures are what I call 2D pictures. They are usually taken along roads, lakes, walls, and desolate places where the horizon line is most prevalent. When I first started photography, most of my pictures came out this way, and at first I was okay with it. I was learning photography and I was just happy to have a couple of pictures that were in focus. I was happy just to have a good picture under my belt. You can get great pictures using this technique, and I've seen whole calendars and books devoted to this style. Here are a few good 2D pictures that I have taken. The problem I had after a while, I didn't want all my pictures to look 2D. They just seemed kind of flat to me. I would see other photographers' work and their pictures seemed to have something that my photos were missing. They seemed to have that wow factor. The question that I started to ask myself is, how do I do that? How do I give my pictures more depth, more life, more emotion? 2D pictures were not cutting it anymore. And if you're like me, once an idea gets into your head, sometimes that's all you can think of. It starts to become your passion. You start to pursue it. You start to be obsessed with finding the solution to the problem. That's what happened to me. I started to experiment. I forced myself to take photos differently than I did before. I would take many photos of the same thing, but all in different ways. I would take them back and analyze the results. What worked, I used, and what didn't, I stopped doing. After doing this for a long period of time, people started to comment on my photos. They started to say they looked 3D. 3D makes you feel like you're in them. The composition draws you into them. 3D pictures make you look at them longer because it makes it seem that there's more to see in the picture. I like the name 3D, so I started to use it when I described my style. The question, I suppose, is what techniques do you use to get 3D pictures, as opposed to 2D? If I opened up the floor for discussion on the subject, most people would say that it has to do with angles and perspectives. Instead of standing at eye level to take your pictures, move around and look at the subject from different angles. And that is true. Doing that does give your photos depth and feeling to them. But as someone who's been at this for a while, I would entertain the idea that there's a lot more involved than just perspective and angles. When I'm trying to get a 3D feel to my picture, I'm using everything at my disposal. I'm using light, texture, composition, color, and all the rules of art. Weather, clouds, the sun, different levels of flash, car lights, city lights. I'm literally using every trick in the book to try and make my picture look better than when you were actually there. As always, you're free to create and develop any kind of photographic style that you wish. I share the concept of styles because sometimes we're unaware of it until someone points it out. Sometimes you want to change your style, but you just don't know how to do it. Just as other photographers' photos inspired me to go further in photography, I am hoping that my style will inspire you to dig a little deeper. inspire you to work a little harder at your photography until you are happy with the style that's emerging from all your hard work. Thanks for watching, have fun, and keep shooting.